they say that one of the biggest areas of disagreement and fights in marriages is because of finances.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, what is it about that seems to cause so much, I don't know, a conflict?
If I remember correctly, the chief causes of trouble in marriage are parents and in laws, sex, children, money, adversity, problems, tragedy, trials, difficulties. Not necessarily the husband's fault, not the wife's fault. They come into the marriage from the outside. So those are the five stress factors, trouble causing factors in marriage. You're asking about money. Well, because you have to keep the wolf away from the door. You got to pay bills. You got to pay your mortgage. You got to feed and clothe your children and educate them. Get your car fixed when it breaks down. And people can struggle with money. I knew one man who was divorcing his wife. Neither one were Christians, and he said she can't stop spending money. She's putting me in such debt. I'll have to spend the rest of my life getting out of it, and I can't do this anymore. So he divorced her. Even a couple that loves each other, the bills pile up. They're struggling to make ends meet. There's a lot of pressure and stress, and then maybe she finds out that her husband, well, I can think of a couple here where they got married and she held down a good full-time job to support her husband going through Moody. And they had, if I remember correctly, 3 or 4 children, at least 3. And she was very careful of the finances. He just could not handle money. He would put on a credit card $20,000 for recreation vehicles that they didn't need. He just couldn't control money, and it caused a lot of trouble between them. And so, money, you've got limited funds, you got a lot of bills, and there can be quarrels. You mean you spent money on that? You mean you didn't pay the rent this month, et cetera, et cetera? And a couple can get heated with each other, and they're under a lot of stress, financial stress.